Where do you often spend your lunch break?
I usually go canteen for breakfast on Wednesday. I don't usually go market for breakfast on Wednesday.
Where do you usually go after finishing work?
I usually go home after finishing work. I don't go school after finishing work.
Where do you usually buy vegetables and fruits?
I usually buy vegetable and fruit in vegetable shop at the market. I don't buy vegetable and fruit in meat shop at the market.
Where do you often go to relax in the evening?
I often go to bedroom relax in the evening. I don't go to I don't often go to living room relax in the evening.
Where do you usually go with your friends on Saturday?
I usually closing store with my friend on Saturday. I don't usually I don't usually go to mall with my friend on Saturday.
Where do you usually walk when you have free time?
I usually walk at the park when have free time. I don't usually walk at the road when have free time.
Where do you often go to meet your classmates?
I often go to restaurant meet my classmates. I don't often go to mall meet my classmates.
Where do you usually go to read books?
I usually go to library read books. I don't usually go to cinema to read books.
Where do you usually buy gifts for your friends?
I usually buy gifts for my friends at the mall. I don't usually buy gifts for my friends at the market.
Where do you often go to take a walk in the morning?
I often go to park take a walk in the morning. I don't often go to lake to take a walk in the morning.
Where do you usually go to practice sports?
I usually go to park practice sport. I don't usually go to school practice sport.
Where do you often go on your holidays?
I often go to mall on my holidays. I don't often go to library on my holidays.
Where do you usually go when you feel stressed?
I usually go cafe when I feel stressed. I don't usually go library when I feel stressed.
Where do you often meet your neighbors?
I often meet my neighbors at the market. I don't meet my neighbors at the park.
Where do you usually go to buy clothes for school?
I usually go to school buy clothes for school. I don't usually go to clothing store buy clothes for school.
Where do you often eat when you are at work?
I often eat when I am at work in canteen. I don't often eat when I am at work in canteen.
Where do you usually go to take photos?
I usually go to take photo in cafe. I don't usually go to take photo in the restaurant.
Where do you usually go to drink coffee with friends?
I usually I usually go to cafe drink coffee with friends. I don't usually go to library drink coffee with friends.
Where do you often go for jogging?
I often go park for jogging. I don't often go to road for jogging.
Where do you usually go to listen to music?
I usually go to bedroom listen to music. I don't usually go to park listen to music.
Where do you often go to learn something new?
I often go to library learn something new. I don't often go to bedroom learn something new.
Where do you usually go when you feel happy?
I usually go out when I feel happy. I don't usually go park when I feel happy.
Where do you often spend your evenings with family?
I often spend my evening with family in living room. I don't often spend my evening with family in dining room.
Where do you usually go on Sunday mornings?
I usually go library on Sunday morning. I don't usually go park on Sunday morning.
Where do you often meet new people?
I often meet new people at the library. I don't often meet new people at the park.
Where do you usually go to have a picnic?
I usually go to hill have a picnic. I don't usually go to park have a picnic.
Where do you often go to relax on weekends?
I often go to bed relax on weekend. I don't often go to library relax on weekend.
Where do you usually go to buy stationery?
I usually go to bookstore buy stationery. I don't usually go to supermarket. Uh, I go to a more stationery.
Where do you usually go when it rains?
I often go to bed when it rains. I don't often go out when it rains.
Where do you often go to learn a new skill?
I often go to class learn a new skill. I don't often go to library learn a new skill.
Where do you usually go when you are bored?
I usually go library when I am bored. I don't go more when I am bored.
Where do you often go for shopping in the city?
I often go more for shopping in the city. I don't go I don't often go market for shopping in the city.
Where do you usually go to meet your teacher?
I usually go to class meet my teacher. I don't usually go to library meet my teacher.
Cái gì? Mẹ nói gì? Có mày.
Gì mồm?
Mẹ có nhấn mật khẩu không?
Không.
Thế mẹ nói gì?
Bây giờ tí về mẹ chỉ.
Sunset.
Chỉ gì?
Sunset. Where do you usually go to enjoy the sunset?
I usually go to park enjoy the sunset. I don't usually go to street enjoy the
Chị
sunset.
đang học ông à?
Ừ?
Chị đang học ông à?
Ừ.
Em đi tắm.
Chưa đi tắm.
Ừ.
10 giờ rồi chưa đi tắm.
Ở dưới kia xem phim cái bà bắt chương trình.
Where do you often go with your friends at night?
I often go cinema with my friend at night. I don't after I often go cafe with my friends at night.
Where do you usually go to exercise in the morning?
I usually go to park exercise in the morning. I don't usually go to gym exercise in the morning.
Where do you often go to eat when you are hungry?
I often go to home eat when I am hungry. I don't often go to restaurant eat when I am hungry.
Where do you usually go to read newspapers?
I usually go to living room read newspapers. I don't usually go to bedroom read newspapers.
Where do you often go to meet your classmates?
I often go to class meet my classmate. I don't often go to library meet my class. Dạ, mày con à? Bác ơi, bác chờ con một tí nha bác nha. Bác. Dạ.
Holy. I'm lazy.
Where do you often go to meet your classmates?
I often go to class meet my classmates. I don't often go to library meet my classmates.
Where do you usually go to watch sports?
Ông đọc à?
I usually go to living room watch sport. I don't usually go to bedroom watch sport.
Ông đọc à?
Im đi.
Where do you often go to meet new friends?
I often go to cinema meet new friends. I don't often go to mall meet new friends.
Where do you usually go to practice music?
I usually go to recording studio practice music. I don't usually go to bedroom practice music.
Where do you often go to eat dessert?
I often go to cafe eat dessert. I don't often go to restaurant eat dessert.
Where do you usually go when you want to relax?
I usually go library when you want to relax. I don't usually go class when you want to relax.
Where do you often go to take photos with friends?
I often go to take photo. I often go to photo booth take photo with friends. Um, I don't often go to cafe take photo with friends.
Where do you usually go on rainy days?
I usually go to bed when on rainy days. I don't usually go out on rainy days.
Where do you often go to read magazines?
Mm, I often go living room to read magazine. I don't often go bedroom to read magazine.
Where do you usually go to buy fruits?
I usually go supermarket buy food. I don't usually go market. I usually go market to buy food.
Where do you often go to watch movies with friends?
I often go cinema to watch movie with friends. I don't often go home to watch movie with friends.
Where do you usually go for jogging in the evening?
I usually go park for jogging in the evening. I don't usually go road or jogging in the evening.
Where do you often go to buy school supplies?
I go to bookshop by school suppose. I don't go to mall by school suppose.
Where do you usually go to spend time alone?
I usually go to library to spend time alone. I don't usually go to bed to spend time alone.
Where do you often go on public holidays?
I often go out on public holidays. I don't often go class on public holidays.
Where do you usually go with your family on weekends?
I usually go out with my family on weekend. I don't usually go more with my family on weekend.
Where do you often go to eat fast food?
I often go to Jollibee to fast food. I don't often go to restaurant to eat fast food.
Where do you usually go when you feel tired?
I usually go to bed when I feel tired. I don't usually go to park when I feel tired.
Where do you often go to buy souvenirs?
I often go to bookshop buy souvenir. I don't often go to supermarket buy souvenir.
Where do you usually go on your birthday?
I usually go restaurant on birthday. I don't usually go cafe on my birthday.
Where do you often go to spend your evenings with friends?
I often go to cinema spend my evening with friends. I don't often go to cafe spend my evening with friends.
Where do you usually go to watch plays or concerts?
I usually go to mall watch play or concerts. I don't usually go to park watch play or concerts.
Where do you often go to buy fresh vegetables?
I often go to supermarket to buy fresh vegetable. I don't often go to market to buy fresh vegetable.
Where do you usually go to relax after a long day?
I usually go to library to relax after a long day. I don't usually go to mall to relax after a long day. Bye bye. See you next time.